Lynn Robbins invited me, Darren, and Richard to spend the night in the Robbins farmhouse last night. What a treat. The three of us spending the night in a house that our grandfather spent a great deal of time in. His father grew up in. His father grew up in. His father grew up in. And his father built. So 4 great grandparents back have all touched this property and lived on this property and lived in this home. Now, the home was built and then added on to over the years, and then says that the plan now is to have one of his sons move into the home and actually add an addition because they've got a good sized family, but keep the farmhouse in the same, looking the same outside as it did and as it has for years, so that's pretty cool. Where are we at, D?
We're in and I guess you consider this the cellar or the basement of the Robbins farmhouse. And we're just checking it out to see what we can find as far as just history, but it reminds me of Granddad.
Why does it remind you of Granddad?
Just the way that he did stuff.
Like what? Point to something.
Well, just like these are the trusses, not trusses, what do you call them?
Joists?
Basically the joists or the floorboards for the farmhouse. And it's just a big log cut in half. And I don't know what these are. I see these big thick nails hammered through it. I don't know what that's for, but yeah, it just looks like the way that Granddad did stuff when Granddad passed away, and we were
it does.
When we were cleaning out his shed. This is how this similar building structures. He did it the same way.
It's an old lantern right here.
Really old lantern hanging there.
I mean, I don't know who used it, but can you imagine if GWR 1815 used that?
But look at the foundation too. You can see where they just stacked rocks and then they just plastered over it, I guess. I mean, I don't know that there's even mortar in between the rocks. It just looks stacked up.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
There's not even mortar to...
What do you think they use as plaster?
I don't know. And the plaster was probably done after the fact because it was...
Make it more sightly.
Well, to help hold it together, probably. I mean, you can see it's just big rocks, little rocks, all just stacked up.
And you were saying something about those copper pipes earlier.
Oh, the copper pipes is later. That's for radiant heat. These are all really hot. They ran copper pipes underneath the floors to keep it warm.
All right.
That's what Lynn was saying. But you can see that big... is that picking it up?
Yeah.
That huge... I've never seen anything like that, to tell you the truth. But I think it's...
There's a light right here.
Where it used to heat the house, you put either coal or wood in there, and...
Hey, dude, there's a light right there. Will you go flick that light on?
Yeah.
And I'll film the...
And film these stairs.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Did that lighten it up?
Yeah.
It's a little rickety, but you can see how it's been worn.
So here's the thing.
Years and years of Robbins coming down the stairs.
You know that Granddad's been down these stairs. You know that his father and his father have been down these stairs.
Yeah, those are old.
I'm curious how far back it goes. So this is a old boiler. Is that what you call this? A boiler?
I guess.
A furnace.
Probably a furnace.
Monk.
Yeah, Henry Furnace Company. Yeah, that's how they used to heat the place. I've never seen one of those.
Thing's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like
what's this right here?
It looks like a fan, so they might have had a setup where typically the way these furnaces work is you build a fire in them, and then you have a fan that forces the heat. The furnace has vents around it that the open space heats up, right? And so then you force the air, so the air is heated up, and then you force it through the house. And you can see that duct work there goes through and goes out, and probably has vents throughout the house that it blows the heat from this.
And then
But while you're running this, this whole basement is gonna smell smoky, and hey, go down and throw some more wood.
Not me.
Wood in the furnace.
Not me. I could just imagine trying to get my kids to do that.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of all these cobwebs?
The cobwebs. Kids to get in their hair when they're coming down.
Get those kids
down
there.
This is something they added at some point. This is a big boiler for the radiant heat. All these pipes are super hot, really hot, and that's what they just have. This stuff is all obviously newer, but they've added the radiant heat to keep the place warm, and it's really warm up there. Like,
so here's some more of that kind of that wall that's got the
it's just stacked up rocks.
Stacked up on it. And then they got a little.
There must have been a chimney or something.
Got some cobwebs on me.
So that red brick, or that brick there, it looks like there was a chimney or something on that side for a fireplace. What is this switch? Is this a light switch? I just knocked that cobweb down. That's gonna get you.
It's all right.
Put it back up. Anyway, I wonder why. Who determined the height of this? It seems like if you're gonna dig this far down, why not dig a little bit farther so you can stand up?
Maybe it was Lou. He was the short one.
They were all short, I guess.
No, actually, well, I don't know how tall GWR 1815 was, or Lewis C, but
maybe they were short.
The older, the GWR 18.
I mean, I guess you can. 40. Can't stand up. We're just ducking to avoid the cobwebs.
I can't stand up. This is too small.
That is shorter over there. What's this, T? There's like newspaper.
That's the local.
Oh, that's lying in the shelves. That's what it's from.
Huh.
Who's gonna try some of this? What is that? Is that tomatoes?
I don't know, but that's been there for a while.
Yeah, I'm not trying that.
No.
Even though the Robbins made it, I'm not gonna taste it.
If I were to taste one of those, it would have to be because the Robbins made it. But if I get my preference, then I'm not gonna.
The thing about those stairs, they're old, T, but I don't think those are the originals.
Well,
just because the fact that they use these trees for the floorboards, and this is
actual planed wood right here. But right, this I don't know if it is.
Like this board here, it looks like it probably came from their sawmill. It's kind of rough cut.
We can ask them.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is probably not up to code right here.
So that is a George Wilson Robbins special right there.
That ain't up to code.
If you want to find out if it works okay, just touch it.
Because this is just a cord plugged in and it goes up through the floorboard.
Well, that's code. Depends on.
This goes up through the floorboard, so that they needed a plug, so they went through the floor. They wired that up.
Yeah, but isn't it just turning on that light over there?
Huh? No, I'm saying whatever's plugged in is upstairs.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They needed a plug and they went through the floor.
Uh-huh.
It's not up to code.
Hey,
don't know that these
isn't
are
that pretty much the way that we do it, though, right? I mean, I've built anything I built. The last thing I do is go look at what the code says.
Yeah, well, I don't build stuff because I want it to code, so I have other people do it. Cool.
All right, nice.
Oh, so this is their well. That's the expansion tank for their well. Where do they draw the water out of? There's the old.
Oh well.
So this is their well. See, it goes up. This
The straight down, you
the
think?
water comes up out right here.
Maybe they drilled it somewhere else and it's just. Wow.
No, this is it. This is where their water.
How long ago? I mean, when do you think they drilled that well?
I don't know. But usually the tank is right over the well.
Yeah.
Cause it. Yeah.
Well. All right.
Huh. Interesting.